Hey, loyal Washington Commanders fans. Today, we're going to talk about a critical situation that might force Adam Peters to make a surprising decision. And there are two exclusive moves that could happen this week. Trust me, you won't want to take your eyes off the screen with what I'm about to share. And look, this isn't just another one of those random speculations that pop up. Let me tell you, these are the latest insights from the Commanders backstage. And, of course, don't forget to leave a like. It's just a click, it's quick. To kick things off this year, General Manager Adam Peters has shown he's been watching every market opportunity, being aggressive with reinforcements and not resting until the Commanders are playoff ready. However, after the major moves, it became evident to the keen observer that two areas still generate concern. There's a need for that explosive edge rusher, and more importantly, the safety position stands out as the weakest link in the defense. Fans feel that Peters is not messing around, so surprising everyone with unconventional solutions wouldn't be impossible. With Jeremy Chinn's departure in free agency, which, although risky, was understood as part of the strategic rebuild, the burden on Will Harris has increased as he now carries the expectation of filling this gap. However, just one injury or instability could throw the defensive system into chaos. Those who follow the team's daily activities know that players like Percy Butler and Jeremy Reeves excel on special teams, but show vulnerabilities when called upon to contribute directly to the defense in critical situations. Besides them, Tyler Owens arrived with plenty of physical potential, but he's still an untested name with uncertain immediate impact. In other words, if the number of injuries increases, the gap could become impossible to fill throughout the season. For now, the situation is manageable, but the scenario leads many fans to look for off-script alternatives, thinking of options that can provide security right at the start of the 2025 campaign. Within this context, a name few expected as a possibility is back on the table: Kendall Fuller. The player was an important piece in the Commanders' secondary in the past, but spent last season with the Miami Dolphins, where he maintained a solid performance. Even at 30, he allowed only 358 yards and finished with an efficient rating when tested, showing that he can still contribute at a high level, especially in a squad lacking experience and depth in the secondary lines. As unlikely as it seems, the idea of bringing Fuller back and possibly utilizing him as a safety, a position increasingly common for veteran cornerbacks in the NFL, is gaining traction. This is because, along with his good spatial awareness and consistent tackling history, Fuller would bring versatility to the roster. The move would balance the group, which currently includes 5 starting cornerbacks but lacks that versatile player who can handle emergencies and ease the defensive coordinator's adjustments. Another interesting aspect is that Fuller, already familiar with the environment, would adapt more easily to the system. Bringing him back would be less risky than betting on completely unknown names to the locker room, further adding playoff experience and decisive situations that many of our young defenders haven't even faced. Considering that management seeks, above all, to increase Super Bowl chances, such a calculated risk might be the missing piece to complete the last gap in the roster. And there's the question: would Fuller accept reinventing his role, swapping his original position to indeed be an immediate solution as a safety? And would Peters bet on him instead of looking for other free agents in the market just to avoid altering already tried pieces? With high expectations for the season, particularly in the defensive sector, any and every decision will have a direct impact on our real chances of going far. Now I want to hear from you. Is bringing back a name like Kendall Fuller for the safety role the masterstroke missing in assembling the roster? Or would it be better to invest and gamble on new talents? Write your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more analyses, and share this video with other fans. Because, in the end, that unexpected solution might just be what takes us beyond in 2025. Today's video is for those who like to face reality head-on, without illusions, and discuss what could truly define our destiny in 2025. After a historic campaign last season and an off-season marked by bold moves, our expectations are sky high. But is there a critical point in roster building that threatens our Super Bowl dream? Make sure to like, subscribe to the channel, and answer in the comments. Do you think the fans are ready to face potential obstacles? Stay with me until the end, because today's analysis is crucial. Adam Peters spared no effort in assembling this roster after last year's surprising run to the NFC Finals. The team went all in on a win-now mode, betting on bringing in veterans who have both suffered and triumphed in the playoffs. For the fans, it was a wise choice, especially after the quick chemistry developed between Jaden Daniels and newly arrived stars like Laramie Tunsil and Deebo Samuel. The foundation is solid, and the pieces seem to fit well into their roles, boosting the morale of the fans and earning the respect of rivals. But Cody Benjamin from CBS Sports threw a bucket of cold water with an important warning. When the going gets tough in the playoffs, will the newly signed veterans be able to deliver what the team truly needs? The debate is valid because while betting on experience is great for keeping the team balanced during the season, it also creates uncertainty about who can maintain the same physical and technical level in the critical moments of the knockout stage. As a fan, I wonder, sometimes experience weighs more than youth. But when will the fuel run out? Benjamin points out that Tunsil and Deebo Samuel are the key indicators of this new team. Tunsil arrives with the status of a 5-time Pro Bowler but comes off a year marked by penalties, something that can only be corrected with discipline and system integration. At the same time, he's seen as the essential piece to protect Jaden Daniels and ensure stability for the offense, something that has been lacking in past campaigns. Meanwhile, Deebo arrives motivated, looking to leave a subpar season in California behind and showcase his versatility in Washington. From what they show in practices, they are ready to embrace the challenge. The point raised by the analyst is clear. The success of the whole offseason, and especially the Commanders' ceiling in the postseason, depends on these two delivering everything they can in the decisive phases. This is because, while the offense has already proven dynamic, the team still has some weaknesses, especially in edge rusher, safety, and running back. The schedule will be tougher, and unlike last season, we are now the team to beat, which means everyone will come with a determination to stop our project's growth. Beyond the technical challenge, there's the pressure factor. The Commanders will feel the weight of being the primary target, as 2024's meteoric rise put the team in the sights of the NFC elite. This demands not only talent, but also resilience and emotional management. If the veterans step up and Jaden Daniels avoids the notorious second-year slump, we have everything needed to keep the pace and go far once again. Otherwise, the gap between expectation and result could leave marks beyond 2025. Today, I bring you a different kind of analysis that could pay off if you enjoy following draft backstories and spotting overlooked talents. Have you ever thought that a nearly ignored running back in the final picks could turn into a surprise like Alfred Morris in 2012? Tune into the video, subscribe to the channel, comment if you're already familiar with Krosky Merritt, and let's discuss together because this story is set to heat up the training camp. In this year's draft, the Commanders selected 5 new players for the roster, with 3 for the offense and 2 to bolster the defense. The last gamble was Jackery Krosky Merritt, a running back from Arizona selected in the 7th round. Many didn't pay attention to this pick, thinking it was just to fill the roster. But now a bold comparison is emerging. Could he follow in the footsteps of Alfred Morris and become a great draft steal? It's enough to spark any fan's imagination. Journalist Ryan McCafferty initiated the comparison with Morris. For those who don't remember, Alfred Morris arrived with little fanfare at Washington's roster in 2012, while all the spotlight was on Robert Griffin III. And wouldn't you know it, Morris, even as a 6th rounder exploded with one of the best rookie seasons in history, still remembered by fans today? Of course, no one expects the same immediacy for Krosky Merritt, but the precedent that anything can happen leaves fans hopeful. Keep an eye out, as Krosky Merritt had an interesting college career. Despite playing only once for the Arizona Wildcats due to eligibility issues, he shone at New Mexico, racking up over 100 rushing yards and 18 touchdowns with an average of 6.3 yards per carry. These numbers demonstrate efficiency and explosive potential, the type of running back that can quickly grow in the NFL if given the right opportunities. With the Commanders' running back group already highly competitive, it's unlikely he'll get many snaps right from the start. But if there's one thing I've learned from following the team, it's that unexpected opportunities sometimes arise due to injury, rotation, or even merit in practice. Krosky Merritt just needs to be ready, as in this revamped offense, any surprise can be pivotal. I would bet that, if he stays healthy, he could be that 7th round cheap name that no one expects much from but delivers big plays when least expected. Now, I want to hear your opinion. Do you believe Krosky Merritt can follow in Alfred Morris's footsteps and become a positive surprise for the Commanders? Or will he just be another name on the roster? Leave your comment, subscribe, and share the video so the community can grow together because, with how things change in the NFL, this type of story always deserves close attention.